times we look at social media and we look at all these things around us, our mama, grandma, them, and we try to go off other people's timetables, but we have to understand that each of us are created and made a different way. So our paths and journeys are completely different. So our timetables and our weight is different. And when we mess that up and try to do what God do and help him out, we typically get ourselves into ruins and things that we shouldn't be. And we hold up our blessings and we hold up the process. So that's crazy that you said that. So how long did it take? Well, you said you already knew going into it, but while you were in the marriage, were there any moments that it did feel like maybe this is it, or was it the whole entire time you were in the situation you knew and you was just like miserable pretty much?
Yeah, it was pretty much the whole time that I kind of knew that it wasn't the right one. But I was in love, you know what I'm saying? What I allowed to happen was I allowed sex and potential to win me over, and potential is just you seeing the potential of a person that can possibly be a good person for you, that can possibly do the right thing or be somebody someday. But nowadays, I'm not going for potential. I'm going for, if you don't already have it, then we ain't gonna be able to work. So you got to already have it. If I already have it, then you got to already have it too. And Absolutely. So I let that get in the way. I let sex potential get in the way of and cloud my judgment. And so in doing that, we ended up, it was always toxic, always arguing, always getting into it almost every other day, every other week. So much it seemed like everything happened on the same days of the week. That's how much we was arguing and getting into it. Like Monday can come, like, yeah, we about to argue today. It's about to go down today. So it's funny now, but man, listen, it's more funny then, but it's funny now. You can look back and laugh on some stuff. Well, I can look back and laugh on some stuff, but it was pretty much like that the whole time. It just like, because I saw so much in her and I knew she could be better than what she is right now, could do better. I knew that I could be better and all that stuff, but I never put the whole blame and fault on her. Just like I did in my book, I told about what I'd done, where I messed up at, you know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to forgive myself for the things that I've said, things that I've done, and for allowing her to say the things that she's done and did the things that she's done to me. So it was a long process, honestly.
And the process is personal. Like a lot of times we put other people mix with our healing or our process and our transition, and then we mix other people's stuff with our stuff and allow them to project their issues onto us. It kind of clouds our judgment and kind of clouds which way we're supposed to go. So like you said, it's you basically taking ownership of the part that you play, even though it takes two. Yeah. But this thing we're talking about, this whole entire situation, is personal. It's about you. It's about steps you had to take to getting out of the situation, and what steps you had to take to better yourself as a man and somebody else's, like you said, real wife, real husband. Yeah. And you also said something else. You're just saying like sometimes are we in situations and we stay in situations based off of somebody else's potential and what we think they can be. Yeah, they can be that, but they ain't gonna be that for you. Like that's not your assignment. And we spend so much time trying to heal people and pull the goodness out of them and force into motivation, but those don't really be our assignments, because if they were, we wouldn't be so drained by the situation.
Exactly.
So that's great, especially to hear from a man's perspective. So when you're gonna marry again. When you are dating or looking for a potential mate, wife, what are things that you look for in a wife, or what are things that men should look for in a wife?
We have to, of course, there's always the physical feature, because I have to be attracted to you to even want to get to know you. I'm sorry, y'all. There's some people feel like, hey, you just should look at the heart and beauty is in the eye of the beholder and all that. I don't listen. I literally have to be attracted to you to even want to say anything to you. So once we get to that point, so I look for great conversations. When I'm dating and talking to someone, I ask grown folks questions, because people don't ask grown folks questions. I want to know a little bit about your past, but not a whole lot. I want to know if you're healed. Have you ever gone to therapy, counseling? What's your family background is like? What kind of job you do? What kind of work that you do? Do you love your job? Because I found that people that don't love their job, they're going to come home or call you talking about it every day. And it's going to start draining you, making you tired. So you got to at least like your job. You got to love it, but at least like it. So, because all that can become draining and toxic at some point. And so, just someone that's just very down to earth, really great person to talk to. These days, I'm looking for someone that's going to reciprocate the same thing that I'm going to put out there. Communicate with me on a regular, being consistent in that area. Someone that's just supportive, motivating. Someone I can depend on, someone I can count on. Because I'm not going to ask you for anything that I'm not going to give, I'm not going to put out there. So if I can't give you all these things, I'm not going to even ask you for. So that's just some of the things that I look for when I'm dating or trying to date, right? Put it that way. Trying to get out there. So I'm just trying to, just trying to get to know a person. Because so many times we ask the little, what's your favorite color, what's your favorite food type stuff. Listen, we can talk about that anytime. Like, let me get down to it. Let's get down to, I'm not saying you got to ask all these questions on the first day, but them first few days, those questions need to be asked. You'll save yourself a lot of time and learn people really quickly by asking some of these important questions, because everybody's not mentally ready to date. Everybody's not emotionally available to date as well. So you just got to get down to asking some of the grown folks questions when you're into the whole dating part of it.
Grown folks questions. I know that's right. Well, okay, he's talking about the colors and stuff. That's irrelevant at the moment. That's funny. Do you have kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter. She's 10. She's in Mississippi. Yeah.
Okay. So what is your preference? Like, would you date or marry a woman who already has kids from a previous relationship or previous situation? Or
yeah, I already know. I'm gonna tell you, I already know. I told guys, I already know I'm gonna have to end up marrying someone with kids. So at least put me in a position financially and as a mentor and as a great father, as a great person for my family, for my future family, for my kids, or whatever. And I'm praying that we all respect each other. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Respect. Hopefully that we all respect each other, at least like each other enough to get along, that type of deal. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm pretty much, I kind of prefer that in a sense, because people with kids that date other people with kids, they understand what you go through. You can actually have great conversation with them. They understand what it takes to be a mother, be a father, that type of thing. So I'm okay with, dating someone with a child, because because a person, not all but some people that have kids but that's not dating someone with a child, they're not going to understand why you can't go out on date night that night. They're not going to understand that you're not going to call them all throughout the day or be on the phone with them all the time, because you got to, got kids to take care of. You got to get them settled in, got to make sure they're good to go first, and then them. So it's just all about people understanding each other and the role that they play.
Okay, let's speak on expectations. When you're going into a dating situation, conversing with someone, do you have expectations right off the bat?
I try not to, because sometimes my expectations, if it doesn't go well, I don't want to be immediately disappointed and kind of like find myself uninterested in them. So I kind of like leave that open in a sense, because when you, like I said, we have these high expectations of someone and they don't meet them, you can possibly be throwing someone away that actually could have been someone that's for you. So you just have to be, me personally, I just have to try to be open either way. I know what I like, what I don't like when the time comes. Put it that way.
You'll know what you like and what you don't like when the time comes. Okay. Okay. Have you ever been? Okay. Tell me about a time you've been in a situation to where like you knew, right? Okay. All right. This ain't gonna go. Did it take like a couple dates? Did it take some months in, or how did that go?
A little bit of both, but it's a lot of time we have to pay attention to the vibe, to the spirit, or to the whatever you go by. We have to pay attention to that. If you're not feeling like you're connecting with a person, it's a reason why you're not connecting with a person. I can talk to someone on the phone, and if I feel like the conversation ain't really just cool, ain't really going smoothly, or if I feel like I'm forcing the conversation, I can pretty much tell like this ain't it from the door. Like before I even get into anything, I can pretty much tell like this ain't it, because some people be trying to force conversations, or they try to like continue on talking to the person because she may be beautiful or he may be handsome or whatever, whatever you like. And so they get into that and they try to look over that feeling that they have on the inside. I'm always having the gift of discernment. That's what I pray for, having the gift of discernment to let me know who I need to be talking to, who I need to stay away from. I don't care if it's a friend, who I need to talk to, who I need to stay away from. But yeah, that's pretty much me when it comes to like the dating, like having that, trying to feel that vibe and trying to feel that person out. If I'm not feeling, I kind of like I fall back from it. I think a lot of people feel that way, but they ignore it.
They ignore it, and
they don't know why they feel the way. Yeah.
Right. So let me see how I'm gonna put this. Okay.
Tread lightly then.
Based on your experiences, you got to tell us all your business now. But I know you done been delivered. You done been, you a different person, different man. Do you say fidelity issues had anything to do? Did it play a part in the dissolving of your marriage? Like when the person, you said basically it was like every day y'all was arguing same time, whatever the case was, and you knew that this wasn't that situation, so you had to be disconnected in some shape or form. So do you think that did infidelity issues play a part in the demise? And if so, could that have been like controlled, so to speak?
I like how you put that. So sounds so professional. You know how doctors be trying to make stuff sound so professional. You don't know what they're talking about, so they have to break it down for you. So, but I like how you did that. I can honestly say that we never just had a big argument or argument in general about somebody outside our household. It was the most thing that we argued about because I'm 4 years older than her, so I'm a little ahead as far as my accomplishments and the things that I know and things that I've gone through. And I think, and I'm more sociable, outgoing person. So she was more like an introvert, I guess you could say. And so a lot of it was me putting in all the work by myself, being tired of putting all the work in myself. When I say that, I mean, and I'm a man at the end of the day. I don't mind paying all the bills. I don't mind doing that. But I'm not going to pay all the bills and not get what I'm supposed to be getting from my wife. I'm not, that's not even fair to me. So it's like,
you say supposed to, what you supposed to be getting?
So a lot of our arguments came from lack of communication, attention, affection, those type of things. Everything that a relationship is supposed to have. I was asking for stuff that the relationship was supposed to already come with, Ooh. And so, and if you find yourself asking another person to communicate with you on a regular, just to hold a conversation with you. If you find yourself asking a person, hey, I need some more affection, I need some more attention, I need some more intimacy. It's like nothing happened unless I initiated, and put it that way. That's what a lot of argument came from.
Idea, like basically they in a situation, don't even know what to do. Like, don't even go about being married, pretty much is what you're saying.
Yeah. But this is just like normal, typical relationship stuff. Like if we just in a regular relationship and I'm putting in all the work and you're not reciprocating what I'm putting out there, then it's not going to work. And I kind of saw that and knew that, but it kind of like magnified once, got married. Yeah. So I really started to see it on a consistent basis then. So I was just basically putting in all the work. I was showing all the love. It's like we didn't have a conversation at home unless I initiate that conversation. If I don't initiate a conversation, if I don't initiate intimacy or sex, if I don't initiate affection, it's not going to happen. Wow. And that's one of the things that got me so, mad or whatever. That's one thing why we kept arguing all the time, for the most part. And so that just was like the whole gist of it, like trying to talk to a person about the same thing but different things a million times over. And I can deal with a lot of things, but the communication wasn't even there. Couldn't even talk to my wife about anything, which led me to talk to my best friends or led me to talk to other women because they were showing me attention. They was giving me what I was supposed to be given at home. So it led me to entertain other women, So, wow. And my thing is, and that's why I tell people, even with my clients that I have, if you're not giving a person what they're asking for, or what I don't say because they shouldn't ask, but if you're not putting in the work, then they're going to end up doing one or two things. They're going to leave you, or they're going to find somebody else. They're going to stay with you, but they're going to find somebody else to do it until you get your stuff together. So
do you think that somebody's like, so do you think that her part was she had some internal issues? What I'm hearing, like that's a part, like I'm not healed. I don't even know who I am right now. How can I be what I'm supposed to be for you when I don't even know who I'm supposed to be? So I can't do it. in this situation. So do you think that had a big part to play in it, like that person not being healed or going through some internal struggles as far as who they were?
Yeah, I've always said that. I feel like she was going through something way deeper than me, way before I even got with her. I think she was going through something way deeper than me, and I can pretty much tell out there, which is okay. I mean, that's life, but and that's what I talk about on my virtual events that I have, and talk about with my clients about healing and getting better before you start dating someone else. So yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it. Some people just don't know how to do those things, and then you got some
Mm-hmm.
people. That's pretty much not all that some women have to do. I mean, men are we're very easy to please. You know, some loyalty, respect at the end of the day. Talk to us here and there because some men are communicating, some not. And so we don't ask for much, you know, to be there for us, support us, and hold us down. But yeah, sex when we want it, you know, it's important. It's pretty much up there, Candis. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's pretty much up there, you know. Yeah, it's pretty much up there. You know, she said intimate and sex are two different things. It is, but it's pretty much up there. You know, the
Okay.
sex thing.
We're gonna touch
Then
on the intimate part, the intimacy part. To clarify that, so how important is intimacy to you?
that's very important too. It shows that a person is really into you. Show that a person really loves you and really want to be around you. Um, really want to be there with you. I guess you could say. So intimacy is very important. Sex is very important. All of that good stuff. Because I know intimacy. Because if you can like get to a person mentally with your intimacy and the vibe is there and everything, then everything else will
I'm following.
it it should fall into place. We put it that way.
It should
It
fall into
should
place.
it should fall into place. But you know,
Let me
everybody's
see.
different.
When we learn our self-worth, it gets easier. What gets easier? The marriage, the situations, the relationships. That's what you're saying, when Lisa. Just to clarify, because I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying or misconstrue. So whenever they comment, let's see what she's saying. Definitely want to see what she's saying. What advice, if you were to give anybody advice looking for or at the place to where they're ready to be married and settle down, what would be that ultimate advice, like the golden ticket?
I would definitely tell a person to take their time. Make sure to make sure that you know, even though you won't 100% know that person, because you're gonna always learn something or learn that person throughout the whole time you marriage. But a strong foundation is everything. You must have a strong foundation because my foundation was very weak. But so you must have a strong foundation, whatever that is to you. Uh, Make it happen. Having a strong foundation, knowing where you guys want to be at in the near future or far future. Have your finances, talking about finance and having that in order, because those can be like deal breakers and stuff like that too as well. So having a strong foundation with the person that you say you love, the person that you say that you want to be with, is everything. And knowing what you want and knowing what each other want and each other, and you guys knowing that about each other. So I didn't have a strong foundation. Mine was very weak, fragile, if you will. And so, and if you believe in God, man, make sure you put God into everything. You know what I'm saying? Put God in the circle and everything, and make sure that you guys have a strong foundation with God as well. Make sure He's in the midst and in the midst of it and in the front of it, and be careful of outsiders. You know, be careful of who you talk to, because everybody is not gonna, be okay with your marriage. Some people don't like to see you happy. They don't like to see y'all doing well. So yeah, I think that'll be my advice for people. Be strong.
You said be strong.
Be strong.
Yep. You had mentioned something about, and I'm sorry for jumping back, but it just
kind of
talking. You said it was verbal abuse, mental abuse.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was everything. It was
you, the receiver. You was
saying one time.
I said from both standpoints, or were you a major receiver of being mentally, emotionally, and
verbally? It was all of it. It was all of it. It was more verbal than it was anything. It was verbal on the regular. I felt like I was being disrespected on the end of. I keep coming to you and talking to you about what could make this marriage work, what could possibly make this marriage work, or what we can do better at. And I keep coming to you and talking to you about, hey, I'm doing all this for you. Why you're not reciprocating? Why you're not giving it back to me? So to me, that was like, and for me to have to keep repeating myself a million times over, my disrespect came from the way I talked to her and the things that I've said to her whenever we got into it, whenever we argued or whatever. It was some physical abuse as well on both ends, but it was like very sporadic. But it was nonetheless, it was there. and like the most of it was like straight, like it was always verbal. And verbal abuse is all of it's bad. Don't get me wrong, but verbal abuse is, I mean, those some words that you'll never get back. You can't take back or anything. So it was like it was bad. It didn't get like extremely bad, but it was bad.
What does being verbally abused do to a man mentally? Like I'm a woman, you understand? So I know from a woman's perspective, and I know from me being an emotional being or what have you. From your experience being verbally abused, what did that do to you mentally, psychologically, psychologically, what did that do to you?
That just like with anybody, it tears you down. It makes you feel like, why are you even here? It makes you feel like not even moving forward, not even going on with the relationship or the marriage. Make you don't even want to be there. It just makes you feel like you just being made a fool out of. You know, it makes you feel that you're not worthy at the end of the day, or you're not worth it at the end of the day. You know, especially when you're a person that's doing everything that you can do for that person and your family, and then for someone to come and like talk down on you, in a sense, you know. So, and I'm pretty sure she probably felt the same way, because, like I said, both the verbal thing was going both ways. So I'm pretty sure she probably felt the same way. It was more me. I think that from what I can remember, it was more me than her when it came to that. But you know, so when it came to reciprocating things, and when you're not getting what you want to, when you're not getting what you put out there from a person, that brings you down. Also, it makes you feel like, man, why am I even here? Why am I even still talking to you? You know, because you're not gonna do anything anyway. But at one point, she blamed it on the way I talked to her, and I'm like, I can understand that. I'm open. I'm very open, and I take accountability for a lot, and I can understand that. But I think that a lot of things have started way before the conversation, way before the way that I talked to her, things that I've said even started. So I'm not gonna say it's an excuse, because I don't know when it started for her. So I mean, that's just my opinion on the whole, my perspective on that situation from when it happened.
Oh, child, we finna get this, baby. I ain't never been married, but I'm planning on being married. So we can go ahead and get this book. This for the folks who want to be married, who been married, who divorced, who dating people. Everybody. It's in his bio.
It's for everybody. Yeah.
Coach, y'all, for real, I really think, especially y'all men, tap in, because y'all are getting this from a male's perspective. Y'all be on Candid Talk. When I'm talking from my personal experiences, and I'm a female. So to hear a male say how he felt within the situation, and then take accountability for his failed marriage or what have you, that's big. And men, he's a coach. So if any of y'all going through this stuff on here and y'all scared to talk, don't worry about it. Just tap in, because I don't know if your significant other is on here, but y'all go ahead and get it, tap in, so he can help y'all out if y'all suffering any kind of physical, verbal, mental abuse, emotional abuse. I'm laughing right now, but for real, men do go through the same thing. Y'all be getting abused too. I'm laughing but it's a serious matter. Men don't talk about it, but females do the same thing to men. When they're in situations, they're the aggressor in the situation, or they want to have control over the situation. So men, I'm being serious. I was smiling and laughing, but I don't want y'all getting knocked upside y'all head. None of that. So I want y'all getting cussed out and folks telling y'all ain't worth nothing. That's not right for y'all either. Because y'all are royalty and y'all kings, and we need y'all to be okay for our future kings and the lineage. So definitely, man, y'all are very important to us. Y'all tap in with him. He had some very uplifting and inspirational things going on his page. He does his own lives. So y'all, for real, y'all tap in with him. Like I said, his book is in his bio. We gonna get out of here. I was reading something. Somebody said, I felt the same way, gave it my all for her, and her job couldn't take it no more. I had to leave. So, Mr. Carl, you had to do what was best for you. I don't know every single detail of your situation, but if you agree with Myron, I'm sure his book has something in there for you that you can, that resonates with you, or that you probably can learn and get from it. And I hope that you are healed, Mr. Myron, from your situation or whatever it was. I appreciate y'all joining. I'm talking about Mr. Myron. Sorry. That's your name, Carl. Mr. Carl, I'm sorry. I'm just saying Myron because Myron on the screen with me. Your name,
Hey,
Carl, and I apologize.
that's my middle name, so that's cool. That's my middle
Okay.
name, so Carl.
I appreciate you for tapping in and sharing your wealth of knowledge and being candid and sharing your experiences with us. Thank y'all for tapping in.
No problem.
Next Tuesday we back, but y'all tap in with him. We'll probably do another one of these. We'll come back and spin the block one time. For the people who missed it, it's gonna be on my page. But I feel he got a lot more to say. I'm gonna get some. I was trying to be all professional and stuff, and get my verbiage correct with asking him these questions. But we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty on the next show or whatever. We're gonna get down. So y'all have a safe night. Y'all be blessed. Myron, again, thank you. And
thank y'all.
Bye y'all.
Thank y'all.
Y'all